Hey, what's going on, adventurers? It's me, Orlando Mike, and I am here today inside of Jurassic Park at Universal's Islands of Adventure, standing outside the paddock of the much anticipated VelociCoaster here, and I am gonna bring you guys some day 2 annual pass holder reviews of the coaster. I'm gonna get them reviews on the queue, the coaster, so stay tuned, guys, because this is gonna be a wild coaster. I myself, as a team member, have ridden it already 5 times, and it gets better every time. But now I'm excited to bring you guys reviews of some of the people who are riding it for their first time today. Alright guys, so I am now inside of the Discovery Center here, and as you can see, when you get off VelociCoaster, you are immediately greeted by yet another Raptor here in the brand new VelociCoaster store. I'm just going to take you guys around, show you how the merch is set up, and show you the new locker system in here, and hopefully get some people to give me their thoughts on what they thought of the coaster. So as you guys know by now, they do have the free lockers inside the queue for VelociCoaster, but here in the Discovery Center, they do have the paid lockers that they have here. And they also have a paid locker station set up in the loading area for the coaster. And with all paid lockers here, guys, at Universal, they do take cash, card, or coins. So right here, guys, when you enter and see the Raptor, this is where you're gonna find a good majority of your actual VelociCoaster merch, because you've got the mug, the toothpick holder, the shirts, sweaters, the Coke tumblers, which these are actually a very good investment, guys. They're $25.99 to purchase, but they become activated that day. So the second you buy it, it becomes active. You get free drinks all day, and then I think they're only around $7 to activate all day. They also have these awesome, I think these are new, they were here first t-shirts. Let them live, let them roam. Raptor Chaser, Dinosaur Observation Committee. These are actually really cool. I want to get my hands on these. Over here in this little display, you guys have your pins, your keychains, your magnets. You got your lanyards right down here. And right here, under the dome, under the mighty T-Rex, you have your VelociCoaster masks, your Raptor mask, either open mouth or closed mouth, and the VelociCoaster socks. And then back here, where you have these brand new VelociCoaster posters hung up, you have your more retro Jurassic Park merch. So what I found out was they were holding the media personnel first. So YouTubers and theme park bloggers and like, they were letting in first. APs are going to be letting in here fairly soon. So I'm going to get a nice shot of them walking in, getting their excited reactions, and then hopefully get those AP interviews on their thoughts of the coaster. So also out here in the courtyard, guys, they do have this little miniature VelociCoaster sign with the direction pointing you to the coaster, the lockers, and the stroller parking. And right over here, guys, they do have one of the test seats to see if you are able to fit on the coaster. This is one of 2. There's one here and there's one inside by the free locker station. So if you are ever wondering if, hey, am I gonna be able to fit on this? You can test it either here or by the lockers. And speaking of the lockers, they do have this bag check size here where to check if your bag will fit inside the compartment of a small locker. And if not, they will direct you to either the large lockers inside the Discovery Center or further inside the queue at the load station. All right, adventure. So I am joined by the one and only RixFlix here.
Hey guys, hey.
Just getting off his 3rd ride on the VelociCoaster. And what are your thoughts?
So that was my 2nd time on the front row. I've tested out the front and the back. I personally prefer the front row. I've heard some people preferring the back row, saying the back row is maybe a little more intense. But I love the front row. I love that view of coming over the top hat. I love the view you get. And then the airtime moment. So I actually have like 3 favorite parts. The top hat, the barrel roll over the water there, and then this inverted 0G gravity stall, I think is the official term.
Yep, that 0G stall right there.
This also, since this is my 3rd time, I noticed another favorite airtime moment. As we're going through the rocks, you kind of lift it up like you're going to hit the rock. So that was a unique sensation, having that airtime moment when you're facing those rocks. So that was pretty cool. But overall, an amazing coaster. A great addition to the park.
I agree. And what do you think of that queue line?
The queue's pretty cool. I don't know too much about the premise that gets us onto the coaster. I still don't quite understand the backstory of the queue. Or maybe because I'm going through it too fast. I mean, right now there's no like really wait for me to go through the queue, so we're hustling through the queue really fast. I still want to get a better understanding of the premise of why we're getting onto the right vehicle. Definitely. The queue itself is amazing. Well, the Raptor animatronics, that's going to be everyone's favorite part of the queue.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, there are a lot of great little Easter eggs in there, so the next time, take your time to really look for them, because they're great. I won't spoil anything for you now, but next time you go through, definitely check those out.
I saw a few little things. I'm sure there's some very, very, like, hidden Easter eggs I haven't noticed. The obvious things you catch right away. Oh, but you got to go through there a lot, and you got to spend more time.
I've already seen 3 Easter eggs from the original trilogy that you'll have to keep an eye out for.
Okay.
RixFlix, thanks for joining me. Thanks for your input. Guys, next time you take a Universal trip, come experience the VelociCoaster. It is truly the apex predator of roller coasters, and it is definitely worth a ride.
Well said.
All right, guys, so I am now joined by Taylor, the owner of Orlando Informer. He's going to give you a little snippet on some of his favorite moments of the coaster.
Yeah. So my favorite part was actually the part we're in front of right now, the top hat. I really love the airtime at the top, and I was surprised. I mean, even halfway down the ride, like halfway down that drop, you're out of your seat. At least I was. So I thought that was a really cool moment.
All right. Well, he's got to get going. Thank you so much for that little snippet, guys. Go check out Orlando Informer.
I appreciate it. It's good seeing you, man.
All right, guys. So I am now joined by Blue Kombi on YouTube. Be sure to go check out their channel. The link will be in the description. Guys, what were your thoughts of the VelociCoaster overall?
Well, the first ride, I was so scared. I didn't want to ride it again. But he convinced me, and I did it again, and it was awesome. It's the best roller coaster I've ever been to. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's better. Actually, it's better than the Hagrid's.
Yeah, I guess
it's better than Hagrid's. It's awesome. I think it's faster, it's higher, it's amazing. Yeah,
when you see that wall, it's not that big that you think. It's actually very, very smooth. You know, it's a very smooth ride. It's amazing. They have the turns. That's just my favorite part, that one.
Yeah, guys,
it's
you have to come here.
You have to come to Universal and try it. You have to wait till June 10, I guess, for the regular people to come, but you are gonna love it. It's amazing.
What did you guys think of the queue?
I really like it. I do like the dinosaurs there, like the animation. It's amazing. It was like a real dinosaur, you know, like nobody saw a real dinosaur before, but it's actually like very, very real. It's better than the other attractions here at the Universal Studios.
Yeah, it's almost perfect, yeah.
And how about that 2-way locker system? Like, how genius is that?
It's amazing. Yeah, you know, it's every time these theme parks made a new roller coaster, like you do it better and better. And this time it's, you know, I'm speechless.
All right.
Yeah, totally.
Well, once again, thanks to Blue Kombi for their interview. Be sure to go check them out on YouTube.
See you soon.
Have an awesome day. Alright guys, so I am now joined by Matt from the one and only Attractions Magazine, one of the premier news editors here. Anything theme parks here, these guys are the ones to go to. So what were your thoughts of the queue?
Well, thank you. It's intense. It's very intense. I did front row and back row so far, and you got to do it. If your first time, you're not going to notice much, and you're going to be a little scared. But once you ride it a few times, you'll like it more and more as you get used to what's coming. But definitely tons of airtime.
So what did you think of the queue line?
It was amazing. Yeah, it was really cool, especially the animatronics in there. They're top notch. Yeah, look real.
All right, anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it.
All right, well, thank you once again, Matt from Attractions Magazine. Go check them out on YouTube, social media, where available. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.
All right, guys, so I am now joined by Brian from InsideUniversal. I tweet at them a lot, and they usually like my stuff, so I guess I'm doing okay. So, what were your thoughts on the queue line of the VelociCoaster?
Queue line is really cool. A lot of cool little subtle things that really make the queue a really great experience, especially the raptors and the cages. That's like phenomenal work with just such subtle movements.
With the eyes and the blinking and the snarling.
Like it feels lifelike with the eye movement. They really come a long way.
And now, what did you think of the coaster itself?
Oh boy, it's intense, but it's awesome. It's definitely, after riding it yesterday and today, it's definitely the top coaster in Orlando.
What was your favorite part of the coaster?
That roll, man. That roll over the lagoon is nuts. You get a lot of airtime, and just hanging out that close from the water, it's just a unique experience.
Yeah, I call that the Mosasaurus roll.
Yeah, that's gonna be the thing that, if you're not a coaster person, that's gonna kill you.
Definitely. But also, how about this hi-hat behind you? Like,
you know, every time I've done it, I anticipate it, but I still am not ready for it as soon as I go over the top hat, because it just, especially in the back row, you really feel it.
But it makes it so much more epic, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Right. Any other final thoughts?
Yeah, man. If you want to ride this ride, get to Orlando real quick, because this is a truly unique, epic, awesome coaster.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Brian from Inside Universal. Be sure to go check them out on Twitter and social media where available. All right, guys. So I got Colin here from Theme Parks and More on YouTube. Met him today. Go check out his channel. His link's gonna be in the description. Dude, overall, what did you think of the coaster?
Fast, very fast. But all around, hats off to the guys that made that ride. Animatronics in the ride were incredible. Loops were amazing. Speed was incredible. I mean, the views you get on top of the ride is incredible, which is all around an amazing ride.
What was your favorite spot of the coaster?
Probably the top. You could look up for a split second and see everything. And then the first launch was incredible. I loved it.
If there's one word you could use to describe this coaster, what is it?
Insane. Insane.
Now, the trick question. Is this ride better than Hagrid's?
Of course. Of course.
Hands down?
For sure. Hands down.
All right, guys. So Anna here is one of the first guests to get off VelociCoaster and experience it. What did you think?
It is the best coaster I've ever been on. It is so much fun. It's so exciting. It's so fast. It's just like amazing, and you're like upside down, and you feel like you're gonna fall out. There's like so much air time. It's unbelievable. Everybody has to do it. You have to do it front row. That's what I did. It's awesome.
What did you think of the hi-hat?
Oh my God, when you're coming up over it and you're in the front row and you're hanging, like the hang time, you're like just looking down, you just start screaming, because it's just like, you know what's coming, and you're just waiting for the back end to catch up to you so you can just blast off. It's awesome. Awesome.
All right. All right, guys, so Jessica is another one of the few people who just got off VelociCoaster for the first time. What did you think?
It was fantastic, way more than I was expecting. I feel like I couldn't breathe afterwards. 10 out of 10, highly recommend.
Was there a favorite part for you in the queue or the coaster?
Oh my God. Probably the very beginning of the coaster, the launch. That was fantastic.
What about that second launch?
I was scared. I think the most scary part was going upside down over the water. I'm like, oh.
So Richard just got off VelociCoaster as well, and he's gonna give his reaction. So firstly, what did you think of the queue line?
The queue line's amazing, and what was cool / not cool is that there was nobody in front of us, so we couldn't see some of the full scenes. So I don't feel bad for that, because I don't want to wait in that queue line for hours and hours on end, but it'll provide some entertainment then, for sure.
All right, and what did you think of the coaster itself? Like, what was one of your favorite moments?
Your butt does not hit the seat from the first launch until the end of the ride. You're flying the entire time. It's like you're on an anti-gravity plane. It's quite amazing. It's just airtime. I asked them front or back, because there were so few people you could actually choose your row. I was one of like 4 people in the whole car, and I said back, and the airtime in the back is phenomenal.
Okay, guys, so I saw Adam and Ari here getting off the ride, and I was like, with these outfits, I have to get their reaction. So what did you guys think of the coaster?
It was the best ride. I have a really high standard for roller coasters. It's Mako and a few other rides, and I think this one beat Mako for sure. I think it's the best ride here.
Would you put this ride over Hagrid's?
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite moments in the queue line?
In the queue line where you could see the launch from the first launch. Yeah.
And what was your favorite part of the coaster?
When you went over the water and you went upside down.
All right, thanks so much, guys. All right, guys, so I'm now joined by Cam and Emily from Cam's Travels. The link to their channel will be down in the description. Go check them out. So, guys, what are your overall thoughts of the coaster?
Best ride.
Yeah, best ride. 1,000,000 out of 10. I wish I could go ride it again. I would just ride it over and over and over again. It blew my mind. I was going in with high expectations, and it just blew all those expectations out of the water.
Yep.
What was your favorite moment in the queue line?
Favorite moment was the Raptors, the animatronic Raptors. Those
See,
were
I think
great.
it was when like the thing took off, when the ride took off, and then like the Raptors like were following behind it.
That's cool too, yeah.
That was cool.
And what was your favorite moment of the coaster itself?
Favorite moment of the coaster was going over the water.
Yeah.
That was
Hands
insane.
down, that was cool.
I was out of my seat.
Did you ride front row or back row?
We were back.
Back row.
Yeah, it was the best.
Next time you come back, you guys have to ride front row.
Oh, we
It's
will.
just as epic.
We will.
Yay!
Yeah. Once again, Cam's Travels. Go check them out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Alright guys, so that is going to do it for me here at day 2 of annual pass holder previews of the VelociCoaster. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell to get notified when I post and go live in the future. Be sure to check out all the channels that I interviewed today down in the description. And also be sure to check out my friends' channels down in the description. And if you guys would like to check all my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, all that, link is down in the description. I love you guys. You're awesome. See you on the next adventure. Bye guys.